This is the Bino harness I've been rocking in 2025. We've been spending some time together, and now I'm going to show you what's inside and how I have this thing set up. What's going on, guys? My name is Josh Kirchner. Welcome to the Dialed In Hunter YouTube channel, and thanks for tuning into the video. Like I said in the beginning, we're going to be going through how I have my Bino harness set up here in 2025 and all the goodies I got inside of that thing. Real quick, if you're a Western hunter and you're not utilizing a Bino harness, I think you are sorely missing out. All right. When I first started hunting back in the day, and I was a kid, our Bino harness was a shoestring. Okay, it was a red shoelace that I had attached to each end of my binoculars. I would put them around my neck, and that thing would bounce all over the place. It was super annoying. It would dig into my neck. From there, I hopped up to one of the elastic chest straps. Binos are still exposed, but they were still never super tight to the chest. They would get in the way sometimes. And eventually those elastic bino straps would stretch out, and pretty soon your binos would be down at your belly button. So once I went to a full bino pack, there was no comparison between the two, and I have been rocking a full bino pack for quite a long time now. The whole goal behind this video is really geared towards newer hunters. Okay, when you're jumping into the bino pack game, there's a lot of different configurations out there, and you run into, like, where do I put everything? What do I bring with me? It's kind of like a front backpack, right? It's like a backpack that you wear on your chest, a mini version, right? So you want to have quick access to items, and you want those items to be useful. I figured I'd go through mine and show you what I'm packing with me, why I'm bringing that stuff. This is a good system that I have found that has worked well for me throughout the years. And even if you're not new to hunting, man, if you're just, maybe you want like a different perspective on what you want to pack in your bino pack, stick around and I'll show you what I do with mine. The bino pack I've been rocking in 2025 is the marsupial enclosed bino pack. It's a killer piece of gear. I've been using this for about 7 months now, almost 8 months. First hunt I took it on was a archery coos deer hunt in Arizona. Worked out great, and I've been really liking it ever since. A couple things that I like about this that I think you should keep in mind as you're trying to pick a bino harness out is one, fit. Okay, fit can be a deal breaker for me. All right, like if a bino harness doesn't sit tight to my chest, and it hangs out, when you bend over and it's getting in your way, or, even if you're hiking hard and it's kind of like bouncing all over the place, I'm not into that. I want something that's low profile, doesn't get in my way. I don't have to worry about getting snagged on things with my bino harness. Something else to pay attention to when you're in the market for a bino harness is ease of access. How easily can you get to the stuff that you need to get to? Okay, so with this one, you got a tab right here in the back, all right? Sits tight to the chest. All you got to do, boom, binos. Like, that's it. There's no zippers, nothing like that you're opening and closing, making noise, making extra noise in the field. That can absolutely spook animals. This is a magnetic system. Okay, it's this magnetic flap right here, and it just closes tight like that. It's fully enclosed. You don't got to worry about debris or anything getting in there. If it rains, you don't have to worry about your binos getting wet. You can choose to keep this open if you'd like. There's another magnet down here, okay, that the flap attaches to. All right, and that's it. Bino harnesses that make noise, whether it's the material on them, some material is a lot louder than others when it brushes against brush, or even if you brush against it, it's a lot louder than other materials. This is a very soft material. It's not super scratchy sounding. This is more crucial when you're bow hunting and you're trying to get close to animals, but still, I think it's still something that you should think about when you're trying to buy a bino harness is noise as well. Noise of the material, and then noise operating the bino harness. How is it noisy getting the binoculars in and out? On the inside, it's like this super soft velvety material. so it's not super noisy when you're pulling the binos in and out of the bino pack. The last thing I want to talk about before I show you what's in here and how I have this set up is I'm not going to say this is crucial, but it's nice, okay? And that is customization. All right, being able to customize the bino pack the way that you want to use the bino pack, I think is nice, okay? And you can build the bino pack the way that you want to build it, all right? So what this really all comes down to is the accessories that the company offers, right? Like rangefinder pouches, small pouches, large pouches, handgun holsters, something to attach bear spray with. Like these are all like useful, practical accessories that allow you to build your bino harness the way that you want to build your bino harness, instead of having to I've seen a lot of people like jimmy rig stuff on bino harnesses that didn't have these options, and while it works, you know, it's not quite as efficient in my opinion. It doesn't look nice. That's the other thing about this. It just looks really nice, right? This is like a good looking bino harness, man. Okay, so just something else to keep in mind. All right, let's dive into the bino pack now, all right? So let's go in the main compartment, just show you the binoculars right off the bat that I like to use. Vortex Razor UHD, these are the 10x42s, okay? I don't know how many years I have on these so far, but this is the only pair of UHDs I've ever had, and they're still going strong. They still work great. The reason I went with a 10x42, and I've mentioned this in other videos, but I'm going to talk about it again because I get quite a few folks asking me what magnification of binocular to go with for Western hunting. If you ask me that question, I'm going to tell you the most versatile magnification of a binocular is a 10x42. All right, it's okay, if some of you out there disagree with me. This is just my opinion, all right? The reason I think that is because that a 10x42 kind of offers the best of all worlds. It's a very versatile magnification, all right? You've got enough punch with a 10x42 to put it on a tripod and glass from a tripod and be meticulous, okay? You also, though, can wear it on your chest. It's not too heavy, and when you're freehanding, it's not super shaky. Okay, you can freehand pretty well with a 10 power bino. Same thing with an 8. The higher in magnification you go on a binocular, the more influence that your movement is going to have on your image when you're looking through the binocular. Okay, so more zoom equals more shake, and less zoom equals less shake. It's not going to be as touchy, okay? So it's a give and take, you know, so there's different tools for different jobs. That's why, you know, I think a 10x42 is a phenomenal all-around binocular. It's a do-it-all piece of gear, all right? And then when I want more zoom, okay, that's a different story, and I'll carry a spotting scope for that, okay? I don't really like carrying a bigger binocular on my chest, because I feel like once you go too far in either direction, okay, you go all the way to like 15s and 20 power binoculars, or maybe you go down to 8s, right? Once you go in those far off directions, you're more getting into specialized equipment, in my opinion, okay? Like a lower magnification binocular, it really, to me, excels a lot in something like dark timber, all right, where you're still hunting or something like that. Maybe you're in a tree stand, you're not looking a far distance. That's where I feel like that binocular shines, is in a denser environment like that. And then you have, you know, you go jump up to 15 power, 20 power binoculars, and these are like 15x56s, man, down here in Arizona. They're kind of the one that won the West for Coues deer. They are the Coues deer binoculars, all right? And it's because you get a wide field of view and you get 15 powers of zoom, right? So, like 15 glassing freehand and maybe glassing in close quarters, not that practical of a piece of gear, but it's phenomenal on a tripod. So that's why I lean towards a 10x42. Okay, sorry to get long-winded here, but I got a lot of feelings about this. All right, so it's a 10x42 for me all day, every day, for a go-to all-around binocular. On the front of the bino pack, you'll see there's a zipper right here. Okay, what I like to carry in here is, the first thing is this is a little Allen wrench set. Okay, I got this from Option Archery. when I bought my Canyon Pounder bow sight. That's a killer bow sight, by the way. Go check that out if you're in the market for a bow sight. But these right here, he gives these to you with the bow sight, and I have found that these fit easier into harder access areas on a bow sight, okay, because they have a small L on them, rather than your traditional, like, you know, the Pine Ridge archery tool that everyone has. That doesn't always fit into all of the areas on a bow sight, so you kind of have sometimes you can't get to certain screws with that thing. So this really helps mitigate that. So I really like having this with me in my Bino pack. The other thing that's in the front of my harness is an extra a rangefinder battery right here. Okay. Funny story. I was stalking a real big buck a couple Januaries back, and I had an extra battery with me, but I had the battery in my backpack that was up the hill from me, and my rangefinder died when I was 70 yards from this big buck. Okay, so kind of a bummer. So I was like, well, okay, wait, I got to get close, you know, because if I went back up the hill, I would surely spook these deer. So anyways, long story short, ended up bumping the buck at like 50 yards, and he bounced out. Had I would have had my rangefinder with me, I probably just would have waited for him and then ranged him when he got up later in the day. So I always carry my rangefinder battery right here in my Bino pack so I can change it on the fly if I need to. Something else that I'll have in here is also dependent. If I'm turkey hunting or elk hunting, I'll keep my reeds in this pouch as well. It's super easy to get into, and I don't have to worry about losing them. Okay, side pouches, all right? These are small but mighty, okay? I really dig having these side pouches, and I really like having ease of access to them, okay? Right in here, I got my Windicator. This is always at the ready, okay? Whether I'm bow hunting, rifle hunting, I always want it available, and I want it available quickly. I want to be able to take it out of the side pouch, and I want to be able to put it back in the side pouch with ease. On this side of the Bino pack is going to be more dependent on what I'm hunting. If it's September and I'm elk hunting, I'm going to have an external reed right here in this pouch. Or if I'm bear hunting, I'm going to have a predator call that's in here. I can get to it easily, and I can put it back in there easily. I don't have to worry about it falling out. Moving over to the rangefinder pouch here, I will always have a rangefinder pouch on me. Aside from the Bino pack, rangefinder pouch for me is non-negotiable. Okay, you got to have quick access and easy access to your rangefinder. I don't care what weapon you're using, rifle, bow, it doesn't matter. Being able to range an animal quickly and efficiently could be the difference between you filling your tag and not filling your tag. So I really like having this right here, easy access. Same setup as the Bino pack. It's magnetic, same little pull tab. Pull that open. You can secure it open if you'd like to, just like the Bino pack. And in here, rangefinder's on a lanyard. I think this is also maybe an overlooked feature that you should really think about when you get a rangefinder pouch, is having a lanyard on your rangefinder. A friend of mine was stalking a mule deer buck a lot of years back. He did not have a lanyard on his rangefinder. He had his rangefinder sitting on his leg. Buck gets up 50 yards. My buddy stands up, goes to pull back, and the rangefinder fell off of his leg when he did that. Okay. Yes, that was his fault. Okay, but had the rangefinder been attached to a lanyard, the rangefinder would not have fallen off his leg and spooked all of the deer beneath him. So, always on a lanyard. It's got a quick detach right here, a little buckle deal that you can detach it if you'd like. I always keep it attached though. So the rangefinder I'm using is the Vortex Razor HD 4000 GB. I really like this rangefinder because it's really versatile. I use it for bow hunting and rifle hunting. Bow hunting is pretty standard. I just run it in HCD mode, which is the angle compensation mode. And then when I'm rifle hunting, I pop it over to the ballistic mode. So it's connected to my geoballistics app on my phone, and it'll give me ballistic solutions inside of the rangefinder per rifle that I'm using. So I can have several different rifle profiles. I just set which profile that I'm going to be using within the rangefinder, and if something's at, you know, I don't know, 420 yards, whatever, it's going to spit out the MOA that I need to dial for, and I know that I'm going to be good to go, and I can make a clean and effective shot like that. On this side of the Bino pack, I've just got this little accessories pouch. This is like kind of a miscellaneous pouch for me. I do a variety of things with it. A lot of times I'll have like my wallet in there, my truck keys. I've carried extra rounds in here before, snacks. It's kind of that just overflow pouch, in my opinion, for stuff that I don't want to lose. So it's got little slots in here if you want to put rounds in there if you'd like. And then on the front here, there's another little slot there that you can put some stuff into if you want. Last but not least is a little lens cloth, man. I think this goes a really long way. They're super affordable. I have been very guilty of not cleaning my optics for months and months at a time. I look down at my binoculars, I'm like, oh, these look gross, you know? And so I'll get this little lens cloth out here. Super cool. It stays attached on the inside of this bag right here, and you can clean up your glass real quick. I use it on my binoculars, rangefinder, spotting scope, and then all of a sudden I look through my glass again. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what that's supposed to look like. Okay, so gotta have something like this. And if you run a camera, okay, if you like running you want to take photos, you're taking videos, stuff like that, you can use this to clean your lens off on your camera too. I've done that a lot at different times. All right, guys, that's going to do it. What Bino pack I'm using in 2025, how I have it set up, what I have inside, and why. I hope that was helpful for those of you out there that are trying to build a Bino pack system of your own and are new to this. There's a lot of different options out there, which can be overwhelming, but I think that's beautiful, man. I think it's awesome. We're living in this day and age where we have access to so much cool gear and customization options that you can really build something like a Bino pack and tailor it to you and how you want to hunt, your style. So if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I want to know what Bino pack you're using though, man. Like tell me what you're using, why, what are you carrying on the inside, and maybe that can help out even more people. So if you like the video, please hit thumbs up. If you like the channel, please hit subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.